Good morning, friends. This is Daddy Day Trader with a pre-trading check-in. Disappointing sort of performance yesterday that had a green day, but today I want to focus more on waiting for the right setup, not any setup, and sort of understanding what is a breakout on a particular stock and what is just a kind of a small topping tail kind of candle or small movement that's just going to reverse within a range. Uh, so that's the plan, is to kind of wait for. I think today what I'm going to do is watch SPY and see if it has any significant kind of up or down candles, and then what that movement means to other stocks. And right now, I don't see anything too attractive to trade from a large cap perspective. We got PWSC, which I'm not sure what that one is, and Reddit are kind of the two leading gappers. I guess Bro, which is Dutch Brothers, I think, has also done pretty good, but there's no volume on that one. So maybe Nvidia today again, and we'll be waiting for the right setup this time. Hopefully, is the idea. I'm going to trade 20 shares, probably maybe 50 shares, but the SPY looks pretty flat, so probably go with lower shares today, since it doesn't seem like the volatility is quite there. So right now I'm going to draw some like pre-market like high lows, and it looks like we've got 905 as a high, and it's gone all the way down to 894. No. Yeah, close enough. Let's see. So those will kind of be like our initial channels anyway. I'd like to remove all old drawings because they feel like less relevance today, especially on a day trading perspective. I know that ones yesterday can still have meaning, but sometimes it's fun to also look at the lines from yesterday and see if, when things hit it and when it didn't. So that's kind of fun too. I'm just looking at yesterday's lines to see where they ended up at. So it looks like today Nvidia is trading between 904 and 895. Right now it's kind of stuck at the 897 to 893. And I was reading my Biggest Loser Wins book. When I say reading, I mean listening to. Yesterday, and he's talking about some specific exercises to do. So one of those was to visualize in your mind the trades that you expect to want to trade, and then also visualizing taking a massive loss. And I guess the point of that is to kind of mentally prepare yourself so that the fear of trading is not. It may help with the fear of trading not overriding your. So basically, your lizard brain not overriding your rational brain, right? So when you're in a trade, and I still get this pretty much very frequently, is selling my winners as they're going up. Getting better, though. I'm able to kind of buy in and sit and wait, and then I can adjust my share count and then start selling in pieces. So I've been doing that a little better. So again, I think that just comes with more experience and kind of doing it, seeing things play out more often, and trying trying to do those new things being, uh, you know, potentially buying more as something's going up instead of selling out, really capturing that full trend. But that really has to be like a good size trend, and I don't know if we're going to see that today. So, anyways, let me just spend a minute sort of visualizing my trading day. And what I have been doing is visualizing what do I want to see on the charts and the activity to want to take a trade. And it's not those small little ticks. It's like long swooshing candles up or down. Uh, so I'm gonna spend a minute doing that. So skip ahead if you don't want to watch me close my eyes and be quiet. Okay. So I don't know if that was a minute, but close enough. So what I did in my mind was I was visualizing like the candles and the volume notifications and indicators just coming in a big way, and how that feels and how that should make me feel and what I should be looking for, and really taking less, like, again yesterday that I should have taken, two trades were good trades. I took 10 or 12 or whatever it was, so way over trading, too quick to kind of get back in on a reversal trend potentially after I get burned. Uh, and it doesn't look like Nvidia has a ton of range today, so I don't know. Certainly don't want to trade. Nothing else looks that great. Maybe Shopify. That's down 20% almost. Maybe that's a short, but that could be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel too great on that one. Yeah, we could just like burst right back up again. So I think today, since nothing's looking like super good on the gapping up standpoint, and I have some alerts set for some of the ones that are gapping up, like Reddit and PWSC. Uh, if they hit their like highs for the day, get back above those, I'll take a look. But again, I don't want to have another situation where I'm just trading within the day's range, um, like on Carvana, which was unpleasant to say the least. So, got 6 minutes to the open. We're going to have our hands in our pockets until something really jumps out. And right now, with the way the S&P SPY is trading, it's may not doesn't look so great. Uh, but that is going to be a volatile day. I know there's like a consumer credit report later today. Maybe people are waiting for that. I don't know. But the market isn't going to be a place to trade every day for me. So, and again, I haven't had like a no trade day in a long time. Probably the longest streak yet. So just really, really, really want to focus today on getting that proper setup and not over trading. And I plan to cut it at 7 and be done. Set my alarm here. Hey Siri, set timer for 34 minutes. Okay, I've got a timer set. I've got a reminder that'll pop up. Just as little like extras to like try and, if I am in a mindset, maybe those will break me free from it. So a little extra added incentive for me to shut it down. So red or green. And yesterday wasn't. I didn't. Yeah, I was trying to get green. So still not. Today I wasn't. Yesterday I wasn't a good loser. Hopefully I can work on that today. We'll see. All right. We'll check in when we're done. All right, guys. Thanks. All right, friends. It's 7:03 a.m. I've closed my trading platform and I ended this morning with $31.31 green, which is good. And that was on basically 20 shares of NVIDIA. So there's a big difference on how I feel today versus how I felt yesterday. Yesterday I had like 4 times the green day, at least at the end of the day. But I also went down from like 180 negative all the way up to 123 positive. So that's way more of an emotional roller coaster. What I'm saying is I feel a lot better today right now with less of a green day, but I feel more emotionally stable. And I feel like I traded way better and had more patience. And I waited for a better setup today than yesterday by like 100 times. So this is how I want to feel after every trading day, in the majority. I know it's not going to be that every day, but this is how I want to feel. I want to feel like, okay, that was a solid trading session. You waited for good setups. You waited for, green candles to occur. I feel like I missed one. I think I missed one good setup that happened, and it went up $3 or $4. Nvidia when SPY was going up. So, but I also felt like I caught one good one too. And then by that time it was like 650, so I reduced my share size. I took one more trade with just 5 shares, and it did one of those like fake outs. So I sold immediately for like a $1 loss, which is fine. And then I traded just with 1 share, and I made another dollar. So ended up 31.37, feeling good, way better than yesterday. I mean, that's how I want to trade. Like, I didn't feel forced. I didn't feel out of control. I didn't feel like I was grabbing at small little incremental changes in the stock price. And I really did feel like I was waiting for significant movements in the stock. Now I am, sort of really lasering in on that SPY to make those to see where Nvidia might be going. And I don't know if that's a super solid long-term strategy. It certainly seems to have worked. I mean, I feel like SPY is sort of like it's going to set a trend, right? Like it is the stock market in some sense of the word. So I don't think using SPY as like a guide. I think using SPY as like a guide is a good thing. I'm sort of trying to use it as my predictor, which I don't know how that's going to go. I'm going to keep doing it till it doesn't work anymore, I guess, which is kind of how like all trading is, right? You find something you are good at. I guess one might call it like an edge, and I'm sure this edge is not unique to anyone, and maybe it's not even an edge, but it seems to be okay for me. And when I don't trade that edge, or I bang my head against the wall when the edge isn't there, like I did on SMCI on Friday after it had worked so well for so long. Um, I just have to be careful about that. You can't like no nothing's forever, nothing's foolproof, and things change. So be ready for those changes and don't spin out of control when those changes happen. Be able to see them. Like if you're down $300, like probably should call it. You know, if I was up $300, I'd probably call it. I wouldn't be pushing that envelope too much. So yeah, solid. I mean, I feel good. I feel like I can go throughout my day feeling good. I can be proud of myself. Like I followed my plan. It's just that easy. I tell myself like that was easy. That felt good. It felt easy. It felt, I felt I wasn't all the way in flow state, but I felt more so than way more than yesterday. And I think it's obviously because like the first trade I had yesterday, I was down whatever dollars. It was not good, and that's because I was trading with 20 shares yesterday, and it was oscillating in a range, and that just doesn't work for my trading style. So I really got to wait for the right price action and trend to take advantage of it. And it's funny because like I could load up, and I probably will later load up Nvidia on my phone and look at like the price action, and there'll be like some huge like dips or some huge gains, and I'll be like, oh man, if I was just in my office, I totally would have caught that, and I would have made so much money. Which is funny because like I'm a much better trader in my mind when I'm like looking at hindsight than I am actually like doing it in person. Because when have you ever caught like a rode the whole like way up or way down? You never do that ever. So why would that have been any different? So you just gotta like temper your expectations when you're looking at a historical chart, knowing that like even in within the minute, even if it is like a huge green candlestick, like it could have gone down within that candle and scared you out. You could have sold out, like so. It's fun to see. Like okay, it gives me good feelings that like all, those things are happening and and that's positive, right? Like you want to see volatility. Like that's what the name of the game is. If everything's sideways, like day trading no longer works that well for me. Um, since I'm not capturing like micro changes in stock price, or at least not trying to, even though like with Nvidia, that's basically what I'm doing. So like trading it on, $5 a change in the $5 of Nvidia price stock is not even like a 1% um, change in the, or maybe it's 1%, but it's not. No, it's not 1%. Um, so anyway, I mean, good day. You know, $31 is not getting me out of my. I guess it's another 5% of my hole I dug myself. So not super. But I also wasn't. I didn't go big. Like I wasn't trading 125 shares or anything like that. I was trading 20 and then five. So and I didn't immediately sell I sold out as it was going up, which is kind of my plan. And then if I see it really going up, then I want to buy more shares as it's doing that. But the surge didn't happen. It sort of petered out, went back down. I don't know where it is now, but my plan is to if it's like if your P&L is green and it's going more green, like just hit that buy button a few more times and then just get ready to flatten it if it reverses. So and honestly, like I've done that a few times. I've done it more than I have in the past. Okay, so it's happening. I'm practicing it, getting more used to the feeling of doing that. Again, like I talked about the other day, like this has got to be like riding a bike. When I first started this, like Thinkorswim was overwhelming to say the least, and then I bolted on DOS Trader on top of that, which was just as overwhelming. So like now I've gotten rid of DOS Trader and I'm just using Thinkorswim, and I'm actually changing over to Charles Schwab on Monday, but Thinkorswim should theoretically be the same. So hopefully nothing crazy changes. That would be a really sad uh, if Thinkorswim somehow got worse for whatever reason as they move over to Charles Schwab. I don't know. Hopefully it gets better, but anyways, that's kind of in the back of my head, been nagging at me like, what's going to happen? Are they going to change any kind of pricing structure? Are they going to change anything really? So, anyways, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. There's always a way around stuff like that, but I just really like the path I'm on now, and I don't want anything to change to kind of derail my progress, even though last week was a step in the wrong direction. So we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday. I think I'll look at earnings and well, no, I won't, because today I won't be able to do any kind of earnings trading. So, and I haven't done any earnings trading, but like I think maybe Airbnb or something. Some fun stocks are reporting earnings after the bell, so that could be interesting. Again, I would really like to learn more about how to trade those and understand. You got to wait for the right setup. So we'll see. That will be in the future. And then in like a month and a half, we're going to Costa Rica. So I'll have sort of like a couple episodes on travel trading while traveling and really seeing how that's going to go, because that'll be interesting. I've done it. I've traded like in the United States in different areas, but I've never gone outside the country and done it. So that'll be fun to report back on how that's going and what that looks like. And it'll be some time changes and everything else. So, I want to definitely make that part of my trip, is to work in some travel trading things and experiences for this, but it's not going to be, it's not the whole reason we're going, but it's certainly part of the reason we're going, is to really, is it, how does it feel? Could we do this more? Could we travel trade more or not? I don't know. And again, like when I'm doing that, I'll be taking probably just like one share or whatever. So I would expect it not to be very successful. We'll see. Because it won't be successful because it'll be so new. I'll be too like kind of caught up in all the newness of it to be effective. Whereas when I come into my office now, it's pretty easy. So, all right. Ending the day up $31. Still down. Let's see. So okay, so for the month we're down $506. For the week we're up 189, and we're gonna keep working. So when you dig yourself a hole, as I did last week, it took me 2 days to dig myself a fat hole. And I'm looking at the number of trades I did. So Wednesday was a bad day when I traded too long, but was able to dig my way out. That's 94 trades. This is according to TraderView. This is just an example. Thursday, 45 trades. Friday, 71 trades. Monday was 5 trades. Tuesday, yesterday, was 22 trades. And today was 3 trades. So let me go back a month and just look at that real quick. That's funny. All the red days are like high number of trades. All the green days are a low number of trades. Yeah, come on, man. It's all right in front of you. It's all right in front of you. Read the tea leaves that are presenting you with obviousness. And I think there's one way to look at like when you earn most of your money versus when you lose it. Let's see. We'll just do this year. We'll do April actually. Performance by hour. That must be. I wonder if that's. Yeah, it's all before 7. So, and then bigger losses later on in the day. Yeah. So all before 7:30 is when the magic happens. So I just did April, just filtered for April because that was a good month, and it was all basically if I change it to every 15 minutes, we've got all the gains happening, the significant gains happening by 10 o'clock Eastern, so 6, 7 o'clock my time. And then some big reds after that, and some greens, but most, like, come on, don't be stupid about how you're trading. Just look at the numbers. Look when you're successful. Look when you struggle. Yeah, and obviously, like, such a firm believer in decision fatigue that I'll go back to March. That was a good month too, I think. Yeah, again, big gains happening in first half hour trading, and then it sort of falls off from there. So, all right, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later.